The first day of spring is about beginnings. But Patty and Ken Brown can't move past an ending.
Well, the hospice doctor felt like it would be about Easter, and that May was a stretch.
That's Patty and Ken on their 25th, not long after Ken's diagnosis with ALS. Life since has become machines and suctioning, and each day a little worse.
And he said he's feeling like he's being peeled like a carrot. You just keep seeing the losses. We gave away his motorcycle, that was hard. There's not much carrot left.
But the carrot, always pulling Ken forward, has been his kids.
That's Keegan, that's our daughter.
2 years ago, Ken saw Keegan graduate from the U of M.
In June.
It's huge.
He just needed to make it to May for Colin.
But lately you have your doubts.
At the U, doubts will not do.
Welcome to East Cliff.
Yeah.
That's Colin, prematurely capped and gowned.
I think I'm nervous for Ken that he'll get, I'm real emotional. It'll be hard for him.
Hard.
Congratulations.
Thank you.
In a bittersweet way.
Because he was diagnosed my freshman year, and it's been a big formative part of all of my college years.
Ken, we are so pleased that you have been able to share
Hard.
this moment with Colin.
Even for the university president,
Sorry.
who approved this. No words needed.
1, 2, 3.
No one knows what comes in May. Right now, it's enough just to have today. The home on Riverview Drive is now quieter.
You just can't imagine what it's like.
Keith Davison, retired district court judge, is still getting used to the alone.
April of 2016, that's when I lost her.
Keith lost Evie. After 66 years, their home went silent. Even Evie's now stilled wristwatch on the nightstand.
I just don't have the heart to move it. You cry a lot. That's just the way it is, because she's not here.
Now, at 94, the judge has reached a decision.
Here comes the cement truck.
94.
Right here?
As he pondered a backyard addition and took the plunge.
It's 16 by 32, the pool itself.
Deep into missing his Evie, the judge had had enough silence.
Hi.
Then quit.
You ready to go swimming?
Quiet.
One of the judge's pool.
I knew they'd come.
Plenty of people thought the judge was joking when he first floated this idea.
This spring, when I saw him marking the yard, I told my husband, he's really going to do it. He's really going to put a pool in his backyard.
Hard to be lonely, he reckoned, if he surrounded himself with kids.
It's awesome and fun. Now we're going to be here every day.
I'm not sitting by myself looking at the walls.
And it's him spreading joy throughout our neighborhood and for these kids. When you get to know him and talk to him, that's one of the things he just talks about. He's like, I never had any grandkids. And so in a way, we're like, well, you kind of adopted our whole neighborhood of kids. These are your grandkids.
Thank you. You're welcome. Come again, Ireland.
Grief
Right.
can be a deep, lonely place. Judge Davison took another step out the day the neighborhood dove in. Boyd Huppert, KARE 11 News, Morris.
Got it?
When this is your lake, and your ride, and your home, and your place, you need a good reason to leave. Like the reason Gary Marquardt departs his comfy life almost every day.
I love to hear taps echo through the cemetery.
Graveyards near and far,
There's some Civil War graves up in here.
searching for veterans.
Here you go, Mr. Gould.
for whom he can play. This started 3 years ago when Gary attended a military funeral and heard a mechanical bugle. It bothered him that a recording was being used for taps and not a live bugler.
It just seemed that after what they've given, that wasn't much to ask.
Having never before played a horn, Gary walked into a music store and bought
This is him.
his first.
I brought it home and I tried to play taps, and it was like this.
It's awful.
That's Joni, Gary's wife,
No inhibitions.
and Bruce and Carol and Alan,
How did it sound?
Gary's unfortunate neighbors.
Like maybe you better go to school or something.
I would have given up.
I would have moved out.
But Gary kept playing,
Oops.
It was all the time.
playing, taking lessons and playing.
We were all hoping he would get better. And then he did.
But why so driven, this man in his 60s,
Here you go, Carl.
who'd retired with millions from the sale of a company he built from nothing? Why these visits at which he leaves behind
Here you go, Stanley.
his symbol of the pittance of his service compared to theirs? Why leads back to a man once all but certain he was heading to Vietnam when a bleeding ulcer intervened.
I collapsed at work, and all of a sudden I was 4F.
4F, unfit to serve, like his father had, like his high school buddies were, some of whom wouldn't come home, while Gary got a pass.
I think ashamed is a word. I was ashamed that I was happy I didn't have to go.
Which is why 5 decades later, Gary now wears a uniform.
I don't play perfect every time. I really try to, but I'm there representing all of us, and it comes from the heart. I'm doing something for these guys. It's kind of like being among friends.
Friends and neighbors who no longer close their windows but are drawn to them when Gary plays. Every night at sunset, up and down the Lake Minnetonka shoreline, people stop to listen. And if so moved, join in. Summer and winter, rain, snow, and 20 below.
To me, it's
Every day.
determination. He decided he wanted to do this.
And he did it.
4F. Gary Marquardt was spared the sacrifices of his friends. So for now, and as long as he is able, he'll be playing for them.
It's the last call. It's daily rest. It's a prayer to me.
Boyd Huppert, KARE 11 News, Lake Minnetonka.